Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D right here and somewhere up there. So, my friend, welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. We are in Mexico, obviously, and I want to share with you centralized exchange, not really, well, semi-exchange. I don't know if BlockFi is an exchange, and decentralized exchange. And the thing is, I can't speak for decentralized exchange simply because I've never used one. And the reason why I want to mention BlockFi is because I currently have an account with BlockFi, and the other exchange that I have is Binance US. Now, disclaimer, I don't, I've never had a problem with BlockFi. With same thing with Binance, right? Like once in a while, I would get like an email from Binance, saying that someone is trying to log into my account. But every time when I try to email them, I don't get a response till a couple of days later. Con, do you even know what you were talking about? And then by that time, the issue is already solved. I don't know who sent the email, but I usually never click on it. I usually contact support right away. And but this video, my friend, I want to focus strictly on BlockFi. And in my opinion, why centralized is never a good thing. Okay, so up to this point, let's break it. Okay, let's take a step back, okay? Ever since I started BlockFi, I think the service that they have is great. If you are the kind of person where you just want to leave your crypto and you want to earn interest, great, okay? So my experience with BlockFi, when I first got it, because of Anthony Pompliano, they sponsor his the show, and that's how I was able to, that's how I found out about BlockFi. Now, when I first started the service, I read in the agreements. Now, don't take my words for it, okay? Do your own research. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a common guy with a common life. And whenever I read something, I interpret it in my interpretation, the way that I understand it. But as far as I know, if you have a BlockFi account and your cell phone or a number that associated with the account, they have the right to record your conversation and your text messages. Now you can look it up, okay? So Con, you're telling me if it dresses like a hoe, talks like a hoe, and acts like a hoe, but I can't say it's a hoe? But the thing is, I was like, okay, I don't mind. I'm not doing anything wrong, so whatever. Because at the time, I was like, BlockFi is heavily regulated, and we know that in the crypto space, we always talk about leave your crypto off the exchange. And I do think that BlockFi and Coinbase are one of the few companies that are heavily regulated, and that's why they gotta do what they do. Now, I don't understand the ins and the outs of the business, and with the regulators and and BlockFi, but from a client's perspective, recently BlockFi created a wallet where it's not a BlockFi interest account, which means you put your crypto in there and you earn interest. And ever since when I remember when I started BlockFi, the interest for Bitcoin was like 6%. Now it's down to 4%, and I know they have to adjust with the market. But aside from that, okay, recently, and And recently they created a wallet, which is separate from the BlockFi interest account wallet, where you can transfer your money into that wallet. Now, how safe is it? I don't know. I mean, in general, BlockFi is really, really safe. So, but the thing is, I still get wary of like putting all of my cryptos into BlockFi, because the whole point of crypto is to be to able to hold your private key, and you have to take charge of your finance. Apocalypse 5,467.134567889101098765432 check. And the thing I don't like about centralized is that when I first logged on to BlockFi, if I don't agree to their new agreements or terms of service, then I can't really do anything. It forces me to click I agree. That's one thing that I didn't like. And the second thing was part of the new agreement. It says that BlockFi can make any changes without letting clients know what is going on or what changes have been made. That is really, really messed up, which is kind of sketchy in my opinion, even though BlockFi is not sketchy, but the way that it be, imagine if you are the kind of person that put all of your finance into BlockFi. I mean, I wouldn't trust anybody, if that's the new agreement, if that is part of the new agreement. And the other thing is, lately I try to withdraw, after that wallet and after the new agreements, I was like, okay, I gotta practice what I preach. And usually, when I first started, I always tell people, hey, do not put your money on any exchange, because when we look at the history of crypto, people lost their money by putting on the exchange. You gotta learn how to take custody of your crypto. And after this whole thing with BlockFi, I try to withdraw most of my crypto, because I was like, okay, it's time for me to practice what I preach, and I really don't like what BlockFi is doing, even though they've never done me wrong. Every time when I called customer service, people are very helpful, but then at the same time, if you can't really trust your finance with an institution that is laying out all of the rules that's gonna benefit them and not benefit the clients. And what I mean by benefit is a fair shot, right? Because we don't know what changes are going to be made in the future. So, to say that we don't have to tell the client what changes will be made or will make, that's ridiculous.
Give me your money. Give me your money. Give me your money.
And, so I try to withdraw my money, So when you withdraw your money from BlockFi, if there is extra security requirement, what you have to do is you have to go through with persona.com, and what they do is you have to upload your document, okay? So even though you log into your BlockFi, the F2A, and then the Google Authenticator, and then after that, they send you verification through email, and then if there's extra action required, then you have to upload your ID passport through with Persona, and then after that you still have to verify your the picture of your face. You take it with your phone, and then you turn left and you turn right. I did all of that, and in my opinion, there's a glitch with Persona. I did it like 5 times, And I call into customer service, and and supposedly everything went well, but then a couple of days later, I did not see the transfer happen, and then I called in again, and then another representative, like, we spoke for about an hour. She tried to help me. I tried to upload my driver license and the back of my driver license, and I did the same thing. I took the picture. I tried to scan my face, but there is something wrong with persona. Like, I either there's something wrong with persona, or there could be something wrong on my end. But all I'm saying is, I was on the phone. I was able to verify my address, my social, my date of birth, my email, everything, and I still couldn't withdraw my money.
Run, bitch! Run! Run, bitch! Run!
And even at the time of making this video, I canceled the previous transaction. I started a new one. As of this point, there is still a waiting period. So here's another thing, okay? So like recently, I sold my RV, and I was able to have some money, and then I used that money from my bank account, transfer it into BlockFi. And with the new agreements, it's kind of like they have the right to hold on to it for 2 months. I don't know if it's gonna take that long, but that's what it said. They have to verify the money, and I was like, 2 months is a long time in the crypto space. And the most ridiculous thing about this whole thing is that, even with the cashier's check, you deposit it. Most of the time it will go through, but some banks it takes about 7 days. They will tell you it's 7 days, but usually after 3 or 4. But take it for what it is. And with BlockFi, it's 2 months. So that's another thing. I like, if you deposit a certain amount, they can hold on to the money for 2 months. And I was like, this whole thing is so ridiculous to me, in a sense where, this is my money. The money is legit. The bank already verified it. And I'm still going through this whole process, trying to withdraw my money. And like I said, I've never had a BlockFi. I've never had a problem with BlockFi. I really like the service, but with everything that they're doing with the new agreements, and with this whole verification process, and withholding my money, I just think it's something that we all should be aware of. Because I still remember Zach Prince, when they first started BlockFi, he was on the Rich Dad channel, and they did an interview. And then, Flory is the co-founder of BlockFi. I listened to her speak with the Litecoin community, and I do believe that they have good intention. But then again, when you have a lot of I know a lot of venture capitalists. I know Coinbase is also part of supporting BlockFi financially, and there's a lot of other groups, but centralized is never a good thing. Before you jump in the game, let's get one thing understood. If you're selling an ice cream, you gotta make sure it's good, Mr. Ice Cream Man. Because what I'm going through right now, I'm just like, wow, is my money. And yes, you can say it's for safety and everything, but the thing is, man, I verified all of my information more than necessary, and pretty much all of the security is turned on in my account. It has the allowed list, meaning that you kind of have to put in the address to withdraw your crypto. Anything that's not on the list, you cannot withdraw. And I will keep you posted on where the situation is going. but you know, it's something that we should all be aware of, you know. So my friend, that is my story with BlockFi. I you know, with centralized exchange. I can't tell you, you know, I can't tell you about decentralized because I have not used it. But that is the direction that I'm heading. You know, so yes. Will I keep my BlockFi account? Most likely, but very, very minimal amount that is put into BlockFi.
Con, why you no love me?
But I will start looking into decentralized, you know, exchanges, and we'll go from there. So my friend, if you have a BlockFi account, tell me what you think. Like, you know, is this the right move for them? What about my situation? How do you feel about my situation with everything that I just said about withdrawing the money, about depositing the money, and then withholding it for 2 months, and with all of this security? Like, what if there is a glitch with Persona, or you know, like, how would a customer take out their money? What about you know, the changes that they will make in the future? Like, you know, why is it not because for me it's kind of mind-blowing, because, like, you know, BlockFi always been very transparent with everything, especially with the New Jersey thing with the SEC. You know, Zach, he would send out, you know, like, updates through, you know, emails, and kind of let everyone know. But the moment they start shifted, like they shifted into that direction, I was like, wow, you know. And like I said, the reason why I got BlockFi was because of you know, Anthony Palm, because they sponsored his show, you know, not the best business show, but the one before that with him and Paulina. So my friend, let me know what's going on. You know, use the hashtag Gazillionaires, and you know, are you okay with the new changes? Are you gonna stay with BlockFi? What are you planning to do? Like, is it going to be your main, like, you know, kind of bank account with BlockFi? Let me know what you want to do, because that's what I'm doing. And you know, in my opinion, I feel like it's never a good thing to have a centralized exchange, because the moment, you know, the thing that I was really disappointed about was when I logged on, I couldn't do anything other than to hit that accept button. So much love. I will see you in the next video, my friend. Tada.